Juneteenth celebrates the day that Republicans freed the slaves who were owned by Democrats. I mean, kind of true. If you want to ignore history and nuance, this is still a terrible fucking take. See, people make black and white statements like this. They don't actually know what they're talking about. They don't know anything about the Democratic Republican Party, the Whigs, War Democrats, Southern Democrats, National Union Party, none of that. None of that existed, just this. Like, did you know that Abraham Lincoln was only a Republican for about 9 years? See, before that, he was part of the Whig Party, which splintered off from the Democratic Republican Party. And then, for his second term, he ran in the National Union Party, which was made up of Republicans, War Democrats, and some of what was left of the Whig Party. His running mate, his vice president, Andrew Johnson, was part of the War Democrats. The Democrats had split off from the Southern Democrats and was against slavery. I always find it funny when people say, oh, there was no party switch. What do you think happened after the Civil War? All the Republicans of the North moved to the South, and all the Democrats in the South moved to the North, where those parties are more prominent now. You think everybody just had to switch addresses? Was that part of the deal? And we're talking about Juneteenth. Who wants to get rid of Juneteenth? Who do you hear complaining about Juneteenth? This is Trump on Juneteenth talking about we got too many non-working holidays in America. Which one do you think he was talking about? We had Charlie Kirk, one of the big Republican talking heads, saying how Juneteenth doesn't need to be a holiday. Who do you see waving Confederate flags at political rallies? It's not the Democrats. Like I said, there's a lot of nuance to this, over a century long, that I could go into, but that is a much longer video. Like, one of the easiest ways to see part of the party switch is former Nosferatu, Strom Thurmond, who used to be a Southern Democrat, when after the Civil Rights Act was passed, became a Republican. He even endorsed Republican Goldwater, and then he went on to serve in Congress till he's 478 years old. Like, I've made fun of liberals on here for using the sound from Song of the South. Daddy was a veteran, a Southern Democrat. They ought to get a rich man to vote like that. Like, if you're a liberal, you should not be using that sound. That's not a good thing. Rich men being a Southern Democrat was why we had a war.